All right, welcome back. Trying something a little different today. I finally got another cam and for my PC, and have OBS set up with different camera angles, a couple, and a few fades and things like that. It's fun and interesting. I thought I'd give it a try. I'm not looking for stellar, you know, videography and you know, um, but I thought it would be fun to play around with. So of course, we're looking at the Pearl top down. This is my new camera. I really like it. It looks really nice. Um, Switch over to the side camera here. There we go. Um, so we're looking at the Black Pearl again. Love this kit. A few problems, and I'll go over it in just a minute. Of course, we're what, 9, 10 videos in on this series, and I think so far it's coming along, but I'm running into issues. and this really sucks. Um, but you know, they're not problems that we can't overcome. So basically, the instructions. Let me zoom in on that camera a little bit. Oh, on camera. There we go. All right, so we're on the zoom. Of course, we're at the point now where we're looking for railings and some detail wood, and it's going to start looking really cool. This is where the problem is. It's calling for numbered parts, lettered sprues, things like that. Problem is, nothing's numbered. Absolutely nothing is numbered. Some of them are obvious parts, like this one here with the squiggles. That's going to go right here. I think that's going to look pretty cool. Problem is, again, there's just no numbers. Nothing is numbered. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Things are going to slow down considerably at this point because I'm playing a guessing game at this point. So, yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Got a few details to clean up real quick, and then we'll get to some of these parts, and we'll start fitting and see how we go. Okay, as you just saw, I started cutting out pieces. I sort of skipped the whole I'm going to build this process and instead took a few photographs. But this is where we are at the moment. I don't know if I can get that up close enough to the camera to see it. It looks pretty good. Few flaws in the design. This is a the more I work on it, the more it becomes obvious that this is a really, really poorly done kit. Admittedly, for $100, I think it's still fun. It's still good. I'm happy with most of the results, but Um, again, none of the parts are numbered. None of the um, none of the sheets. Only a couple of sheets have a number. This one has an A in the corner. Let me move one of those lights so we can see here. Maybe we'll be able to see. I don't know. Put that there. That might help a little. So yeah, some of them have letters, but not all of them. There's so many things missing, and this wood is, most of it anyway, is super, 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 super cheap. Almost to the point of being garbage. To make this bit here, this lattice work, I almost raged and gave up on it, because the wood is meant to bend, it's meant to conform to a certain shape, and if you bend it even a little bit in the wrong direction, it just snaps. There's no give and take with it. It just snaps. That's all it does. That being said, we're moving on to some of the railings. Most notably this rail here that goes across. Now, I did make one flaw in my build, and this is my fault. And I can fix it, but basically there's a lip here. This bit here is a bit lower than the side. I guess I call these the gunwales. It needs to be at the same level, so I'm going to build that up a little bit with some spare wood. And then I will start putting on rails. I got the first piece cut out here. Let me switch back to the other camera real quick. I got the first piece here, and again, I'm really running into that problem that there's just no numbered parts. Another real, almost silly thing to have happen. I was really just complaining because, again, parts are not labeled or numbered. Anyway, these large triangular pieces that go right here, hard to see because of the camera, but let me zoom in. There we go. Bring the boat over here and we can see this a little better, I think. But these triangular pieces that are down in here, they fit. Then I noticed that there's another set of them right here on this sheet. They look a little bit smaller, and I feel like these might have been the better option. But again, no instruction, no numbered parts, so I don't know if I got the wrong parts or not. It doesn't matter because they're in place, they're not coming out. So we'll move on to the next step, which is to build this up, and we'll start some railing. You know, I'm pleased, I'm happy, I'm still enjoying myself. It's just, I would do things differently if I were doing this kit again. I would probably scrap this entire lattice work design here, and I would probably design my own, because this isn't going to be meant to be strictly the Black Pearl. It's going to be a different boat. So I would feel comfortable in changing some of the design, and again, starting with this lattice work here. But it's on now. I'm happy with the results, although again, it was just a real struggle. I think that's it. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started on some of this railing, and we should be back pretty soon. Alrighty, so I got some progress done here. I went ahead and I filled that front part there. Let me change the camera. Filled this front part, so that's level, ready to go. And I went ahead and did this this rail. I did that more as an experiment because I wanted to find out how things fit together. And as it turns out, not well. The pieces that you're using as the spindles or the upright, you know, the vertical pieces, they're of course flat. I almost thought about making some round ones, but you'd be putting round ones into square holes, and I'd have to use filler, and I didn't feel like doing that. But we got these, and they look nice, so they do work. The problem is they're too thin for the holes. So I'm having to build them out a bit. And I did that with this row of spindles. So basically all I'm doing is I'm gluing them to a piece of extra wood. And then I'm basically shaving off and more or less whittling whittling everything down and sanding it down so that it'll fit in that hole snugly. There's still a little bit of gap, but nothing like it was before. So that's the problem we're running into. No, what else to say? We're getting to the point where the railing is looking really nice, but there are some issues, and then there are going to be more issues presenting themselves, and one of them already that I know of is these long pieces right here. Those long pieces are meant to go right here. But early on, I identified there was a bend in my keel a little bit. And that bend, or either that or I didn't put these two outer gunwale pieces on properly, so there was a gap where they were supposed to meet up on both sides. Considerable gap, almost to the point of 5 or 6 millimeters on each side. And the issue with that is that it means that I've had to add pieces of wood to make that one. I have a feeling I'm going to have to add some wood to this bit of rail here because it's not going to be long enough. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, and we are rapidly getting there. So that's, it is what it is. What else? I think that's it for now. I'll continue on my journey of putting these rails on, because there'll be another set of these sort of rails back here, I believe. Well, let me change that camera view again. Back here on this bit, there'll be another set of those sort of rails. Once those are done, we're on to external details like the little ladder, the slats that go up the side of the boat and things like that. That'll be kind of fun. I think that's it for now. So we'll get building on those, and we'll be back.